Trinity, imprisoned, hears Reece's voice, sparking hope and weakening her magical bonds. The Warlocks, seeing her strength, reveal they're using her to lure and break Reece. Reece and his team, facing dead ends, retrace their steps and fall into a Warlock trap, a shifting, nightmarish labyrinth. Inside, they encounter an imposter wearing Trinity's face, but possessed by dark magic, who claims Trinity as her own. A fight breaks out as the labyrinth itself attacks. Can Reece reach the real Trinity through the imposter? What is this imposter, and what is its connection to Trinity? Will the group escape the labyrinth's deadly traps? Reece barely managed to avoid the imposter's strike, her movements too fluid, too eerily similar to Trinity's. It wasn't just that she looked like her. She moved like her, fought like her. Every flick of her wrist, every slight tilt of her head was a cruel imitation of the woman he loved. But it wasn't real. Vincent lashed out with his blade, but the imposter twisted away, her laughter ringing through the shifting labyrinth. "You fight so hard," she whispered, voice laced with amusement. "But do you even know what you're fighting for?" Reece's fists clenched. "I know exactly what I'm fighting for." The imposter smirked. "Then let's see if you're willing to bleed for it." The walls trembled as magic pulsed through the air. The labyrinth was alive, reacting to her presence. It wasn't just a trap. It was her domain, and she was about to unleash hell. Juniper dodged a shifting wall of stone, barely keeping up with the battle unfolding before her. The imposter moved like liquid shadow, slipping through their attacks with unnatural ease. Noah gritted his teeth. "This isn't working." Reece was barely hearing them anymore. The imposter was speaking, her voice weaving into his mind, conjuring images of Trinity, memories that weren't real. "She belongs to us now," the imposter murmured. "She's forgotten you." Reece's breath hitched, but then, for a split second, something flickered behind the imposter's silver eyes. A struggle, a hesitation. Trinity was still in there, and she was fighting. Reece's resolve hardened. "No, she hasn't." He surged forward, his claws flashing, determination burning away the doubts that had been creeping into his mind. If Trinity was still fighting, then so was he. The battle raged on, magic colliding with steel, the walls of the labyrinth shifting violently as the Warlock's creation faltered. The imposter staggered as Reece landed a heavy blow, his claws slashing through the illusion of her form. For a brief moment, her mask slipped. She was afraid. Reece's chest heaved as he stared at her. "You're not her." She opened her mouth, but before she could speak, something unseen yanked her back. A force stronger than her own will. The Warlocks were pulling her away. "No!" Reece lunged, but the imposter's body crumbled into mist, her scream echoing as she was torn from existence. The maze shuddered violently, the magic holding it together unraveling. Stone crumbled, the illusion fracturing. Then, just like that, it was gone. They stood in open land once more, the ruins of the Hollow Vale stretching before them. But Trinity was still missing, and Reece wasn't sure if they had just lost their best chance of finding her. The air was thick with tension as the group gathered, catching their breath. Elias was the first to speak. That wasn't an ordinary trick. Vincent wiped blood from his blade. "You think?" Elias shot him a sharp look. "The Warlocks didn't just create an illusion. They made a version of her, one that was tethered to the real Trinity." Juniper frowned. "Then why did they destroy it?" Elias hesitated. "Because we got too close. Whatever they're doing to her, it's not finished yet." Reece's stomach twisted. "Then we still have time." Elias gave him a hard look. "Or we're already too late." Before Reece could argue, a voice called from the shadows. "You want answers, Alpha?" They all turned, weapons drawn. A lone Warlock stood at the edge of the ruins, hood lowered, hands raised in mock surrender. "Then let's make a deal." Reece had never wanted to kill someone so badly. The Warlock sat before them, bound by enchanted restraints, but he looked utterly at ease. "You'll find I'm more useful alive," Vincent scoffed. "We'll see about that." Reece took a slow breath, his patience razor thin. "Talk." The Warlock smirked. "You're looking for Trinity, yes? I can tell you where she is, but information has a price." Juniper's dagger pressed against his throat before he could blink. "Try asking for something we're actually willing to pay." The Warlock chuckled. "Relax, little wolf. I only want one thing." He looked directly at Reece, his eyes dark with amusement. A favor. The fire crackled in the silence that followed. Noah shifted uneasily. What kind of favor? The Warlock's grin widened. One you won't like. Reece's jaw tightened. He knew a trap when he saw one. But if this was the only way to find Trinity... Fine, he growled. Tell me where she is. The Warlock's smirk didn't fade. You'll find her where the moon doesn't shine. Something in Reece's blood went cold. The Warlock leaned in, voice a whisper. She's in the city of the Forgotten. Reece's heart pounded. The city of the Forgotten wasn't just dangerous. It was a graveyard for those who had already lost their souls. The Warlock's chilling words echoed. City of the Forgotten, a soul-devouring place, a dangerous bargain struck. Now they faced a journey into darkness, a desperate gamble to save Trinity. What horrors awaited them? What price would the Warlock demand? And could they reach her before she was lost forever?
Hey, I am Trinity. Want to know what happens next? Then click the link in the description below and download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Chosen by Fate, Rejected by the Alpha.